Good morning! Today, we will be discussing about the target situational analysis. Under this topic, we will also be discuss the definition, the purpose, the framework, the CNP, and the examples. Before that, let's have the definition first. Target situational analysis is the situation in which the language learner will be using the language they are learning. It is a need analysis which mainly focuses on students' needs at the end of a language course.
In the phase, ESP was based on the reason why students learn English. The purpose of an ESP course focused on target situation analysis are: first, to enable learners to function adequately in a target situation. That is situation in which the learners will use the language they are learning. So the second is to identify the target situation. The aims of this is to determine what students should be able to do in English as a result of the course, and also to accomplish this by tasks that are similar to those in the target work situation. And the last is to carry out analysis of its linguistic features. In this is to recognize the language characteristics that are typical of the target register.
Now we are going to proceed to the process of ESP course. In ESP course, there are two processes. Number one, it's enable learners to function adequately in a target situation. It means that learners will use the language that they are familiar with, and learners will use the language that they are learning. The next process, identifying the situation first, followed by a thorough examination of the problem. The identified features will form the syllables of the ESP course. This process is called needs analysis. Teachers of English for specific purposes or ESP can use needs analysis to identify their students' most important requirements or needs and evaluate where they are lacking skills.
You probably know by now that target situation analysis is all about needs analysis. It's all about understanding the needs and purpose of the learners and identifying the linguistic condition of the target situation. Now, how are you going to conduct a needs analysis? Well, John Munby's communicative syllabus design is one way to go. This design is an attempt to describe the general needs or the language needs of foreign language learners. The flowchart you see shows how it works. It all starts with the participant, followed by the communication needs processor, where we identify variables that affect the communication needs. It includes the purpose, settings, the kind of interaction, communicative event, and more. All of these variables will be used as parameters to finally create the profile of needs, which will then be used to create a syllabus.
So we have here a senior high school student taking ESP course. So let's see what is his target or aim in taking this ESP course. So why is the language needed? So the language is needed for study. Since he is a student of international school, but he thinks his English is still poor and he needs to take this course to make his study easy. So how will be the language used? So he will use this English in speaking and writing mediums. So the language will be used during the lecture process, so he needs speaking skills very much. So what will be the content areas be? So the content areas will be about speaking techniques because student insisted that the subject given should be about speaking. So who will be the learner use the language with? So he will use the language with his teachers and friends. And lastly, where will be the language be used? So the language will be used in the school in both during study, and he will use this language when he communicates with his friends and his teacher during the study process.